you referenced it at the start. You did have a WrestleMania. That was so 25 years ago, the last time you were in Philly. And
Yeah.
I loved your Blue Dust character. I thought the Blue Dust and
Thank you.
Gold Dust character had loads of mileage and should have gone a lot further. And I wonder whether, from my perspective, I don't know if you agree, but I feel like it was slightly a casualty of that very, very fast pace of booking in 1999 and the fact that I don't think a talent roster has ever been so overloaded, and the fact that the mid card was so stacked with future main eventers. And I feel like you and Goldust, if you're in a different time or era, would have had a far longer run and could have been a long established tag team, could have done a lot more. What's your kind of takeaway from that time?
I feel like the Blue Meanie character was maybe a decade too late.
Mm.
If it had been a couple of years
Oh, imagine you at
earlier,
SummerSlam 1992, you just slotted right in at Wembley Stadium.
yeah, so that would have been amazing. But it is what it is, the fact that I got to be an '80s, not late '80s type character in that '90s attitude era was pretty cool. The fact that I could do it, and it was just initially I was they brought me in WWE to be a part of the Job Squad, and as quickly as the Job Squad came along, it was disbanded. So I'm sitting there going, yeah, what am I going to do? And then at the time, Goldust has stole Al Snow's head, and I was like, well, there's my in, because I'd done Blue Dust in ECW. I approached Vince Russo. I said, hey, I did Blue Dust in ECW. What if Blue Dust comes back and helps Al, get head back? The man who plays mind games is having his mind played with uh, by Blue Dust. And he stood there, he listened, he smiled, and it's like, yeah, we're going to do it. And I went from feuding with Goldust to being paired with him. And again, sitting under that learning tree and traveling with Dustin and Terry, and getting to do. I absolutely agree. If it had been any other era, we probably would have had a nice little run with it. But you're in that era where everything's things could pivot on the drop of a dime,
Mm.
and it's all about the ratings and having quick moments and stuff like that. And I remember, I managed Dustin at WrestleMania 15, and then the next night at Raw, I helped him win the Intercontinental belt. And it just seemed like in a matter of weeks, he's dropping the Intercontinental belt to Godfather, and then they split us up with it against the APA, and maybe a couple weeks after Mania. So it just seemed like everything happened like within a blink of an eye. But we were, like you said, we definitely were a casualty of the booking process at that time, where it's just boom, 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 boom. There was really no time to let things breathe, because
Mm.
you were going up against WWE was going up against WCW, and they had to do, if you didn't garner a smidge of a whatever
Quarter,
decimal
quarter hour
point, or
rating. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, what's the key demographic? Which, when a fans are more, it's like, are fans interested in the key demos? Just just watch the wrestling, please. I appreciate your interest in our business, but just be a fan.